We are all guilty of it. You go out, you buy a lottery ticket, and then you think, okay, I get a large sum of cash in my pocket tomorrow, what car am I gonna buy? For me, probably a GT3, GT3 RS, but then you come to reality. 2 days later, you don't win the lottery, and then you gotta think, okay, I gotta think of a car that will fit my needs while still being fun and practical. What will fit my lifestyle? I present to you the 2010 Volkswagen GTI, today on FLDetours. Welcome to the 6th generation of the Volkswagen GTI. Not much different from the previous generation, the Mark V, but it does have some subtle changes that kind of do make it a little bit different and a little bit better. Inside, you have a little bit different of a dash, touchscreen for 2010, just like all the other generations. They got rid of the buttons. Everything is integrated into the software, so it's a little bit easier to navigate. The steering wheel is quite good. It feels great in your hands. It feels like quality. And more importantly, it's got this flat bottom to it. So when you're driving and you're going around town and you're a big person like myself, the steering wheel doesn't get in the way. It's functional and actually does look cool. I do also love the perforated skin around the top. It feels good in your fingers, and the stitching too is fantastic. When you're sitting in here, you feel like you're connected to the road. You do get a little bit of a torque steer. I haven't really experienced much. I really haven't pushed the car to its potential, but on an on-ramp or off-ramp, it sticks, it feels good, it feels secure. Another important point about driving this car is that the steering feel isn't heavy, but it isn't light. It is where it should be for every speed you're at. At low speeds, going around a parking lot, example, come to a junction, I want to make a right-hand turn, really easy, no problems at all. And then when you get up to speed, it feels secure, it feels tight, it feels solid on the road. But the most important thing of it all, and the most impressive, is actually when you get outside the car. These lights are actually very cool. They're almost like their own little art piece, very Audi-esque. Of course, you still got the lipstick kind of fade up front with every previous generation GTI. Now, the one thing I don't like, and I never really have gotten about the GTI since the Mark V, is I don't need painted calipers to say anything about what this car is. It already is a good car, doesn't say performance. It may look cool, but not really. The other thing about this is the wheels look cool, but in realistic driving around the city, these curb very easily. Looking at the overall shape of the car, it doesn't look bloated. Very Scirocco-esque with these mirrors. Inside, though, is where it gets very cool. Not only do you have awesome pedals for perfect heel towing, every GTI comes standard with its own Cloverfield monster, too. The back of the GTI, it's no different from any of the previous generations. Easy access to the trunk and plenty of room. Our tripod and our camera bag fit perfectly. Another suitcase would be good too. This ledge here is also pretty convenient. It's when you get back in the car that things tend to get a little weird. Now, I fit perfectly in this car. I'm 6'1" and it's comfortable. The problem though is when you need to get your seatbelt on. It's kind of way back there. It's hard to get at, inconvenient. Now, I get it. It's way back there because you need to accommodate for the huge door that's here. And the huge door is here to allow for more space for someone in the back to get in. It also allows for easy getaway. The power in this car is ample. I love the 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It works well for this car. It's a good setup, as I've said. When you get on the highway, you kind of forget about all the other aspects of the car. It's a hot hatch. Well, it pulls much better than what you'd expect from a hot hatch. The GTI is a fantastic car to drive, and it works for any normal lifestyle. I like the GTI. It's a very good car. As I say always at the end of my reviews, go look at all the stats. I don't really care about them. But the best part about this day is that this lottery ticket, I get to expense, even if I lose.